The sound of a car engine was so rare in Iketyuzen village that it made everyone stop what they were doing. Children playing football in the dusty village square froze mid-kick. Women carrying water from a borehole turned their heads. Even the goats seemed curious, lifting their heads from grazing. Ima heard it from her cassava farm, where she was inspecting the newest harvest with her farmhands. The low rumble grew louder, accompanied by something even more unusual. Loud music with heavy bass, the kind that belonged to the city, not to their quiet village near Calabar. "Madam, you hear that?" Her farm supervisor, Udo, shielded his eyes against the afternoon sun, looking toward the main road. "I hear it," Ima said, though her focus remained on the cassava tubers. They were perfect, large, and healthy, the result of the new farming techniques she'd learned from the Agriculture Extension Program. "Make sure these are properly sorted before we send them to the processing center. The big ones go for export, the smaller ones for local market." "Yes, madam." Udo hesitated. "But, madam, a car like that coming to our village, it must be someone important. Maybe government people coming to see your farm." Ima straightened up, wiping dirt from her hands on the wrapper tied around her waist. At 32, she was still young, but her face carried the weight of experiences that had aged her beyond her years. Her skin was dark and smooth, her arms strong from years of farm work, her eyes sharp with the intelligence that had transformed her from an abandoned wife into the most successful farmer in 3 local government areas. "If they want to see the farm, they know where to find me," she said. "Work doesn't stop for curious visitors." But even as she said it, something in her chest tightened, a feeling she couldn't name, like a storm approaching on a clear day. The car, a silver Toyota Land Cruiser that gleamed like it had never seen dust before, rolled slowly through the village, its polished exterior a sharp contrast to the red earth roads and modest mud houses with corrugated iron roofs. By the time it reached the village square, what seemed like half of Iketyuzen had gathered to stare. The driver's door opened first, and a man stepped out. He was wearing sunglasses that probably cost more than most villagers earned in a month, a designer shirt with the tag still visible, and jeans that looked painted on. Gold chains hung around his neck, catching the sunlight. His shoes were spotless white, completely impractical for village life. Bassie, old Mama Ekanum, who sold palm oil at the edge of the square, squinted at him. "Bassie, is that you?" The man removed his sunglasses with a flourish, revealing a face the village remembered well, though it was now fuller, more arrogant. "Mama Ekanum, you still day sell at your palm oil? Now, some things never change with this village." His accent had changed, transformed into something that was supposed to sound sophisticated, but came across as affected, mixing pidgin English with forced American slang that didn't quite fit. The passenger door opened, and a woman emerged. She was light-skinned, her complexion the product of expensive bleaching creams that gave her an unnatural glow. Her hair was a long Brazilian weave that cascaded down her back, and she wore a tight dress that left little to the imagination, completely inappropriate for village life. Her heels were so high that she wobbled on the uneven ground. "Bassie, baby, why you stop at this kind place?" Her voice was nasal, deliberately high-pitched. "I thought you say we day go your mansion?" "This is my village, Cynthia. I born here. Show some respect." Bassie's voice carried an edge of irritation, but he smiled for the gathering crowd. "I come to show my people say I don't succeed. See as Legos treat me well." He moved to the back door and opened it, reaching in to unbuckle a toddler from a car seat. The boy, about 2 years old, was dressed in clothes that still had price tags attached. Designer baby outfit, tiny gold chain, brand new shoes. The village went silent, the kind of silence that speaks louder than any noise. Because everyone in Iketyuzen knew that Bassie had left his wife Ima 3 years ago with an infant daughter, promising to send for them once he made money in Lagos. 3 years of silence. 3 years of no calls, no money, no word if he was dead or alive. 3 years of Ima being treated like a servant by his family, like a failure by the community, like a cautionary tale by those who believed a woman's worth was tied to her husband's presence. And now he had returned with a different woman and a different child, wearing success like a costume, as if he had every right to walk back into his village, his home, his life. Mama Canham found her voice first. Bassie, where's Ima? Your wife? Where's Adiaha, your daughter? Bassie's smile faltered for just a moment before he recovered. Ima? Oh! She day around somewhere. I go find her. But first, make her to see when I bring. He popped the trunk of the Land Cruiser, revealing bags of rice, cartons of drinks, bundles of money. I come to share my blessing with my village. I know forget where I come from. You know forget where you come from. Old Chief Okon's voice cut to the murmurs. But you forget the wife and child you leave here? Bassie's smile became strained. Chief, not long story. Legos business no easy. I day hustle. Try and make money to take care of my family. Now, way I don't succeed, I don't come back. After 3 years, Mama Canham said flatly, 3 years without one kobo, without one phone call. Your mama been day tell everybody say you don die for accident. Say we suppose do memorial. I know die as in a fit see. Bassie laughed, but no one joined him. I been day hustle serious. No time for phone. But now I don make am, and I ready to carry my family go Legos, give them better life. Cynthia, the light-skinned woman, was looking increasingly uncomfortable with the hostile stares from the village women. She clutched her designer handbag tighter and moved closer to Bassie. Where I'm a day, Chief Okon asked, make we hear her own side of the story. At that moment, as if summoned by the mention of her name, Ima appeared at the edge of the square. She was returning from her farm, still wearing her work wrapper and headscarf, her feet dusty from the red earth, her face honest and unadorned. Behind her walked Udo and 2 other farmhands carrying baskets of cassava. The crowd parted to let her through, and the contrast couldn't have been more stark. Bassie in his flashy clothes and gold chains, Cynthia in her too tight dress and high heels, and Ima in her simple wrapper, looking every inch the village woman she was. But something had changed in Ima. 3 years ago, she would have lowered her eyes, would have felt shame at her husband's abandonment. Now, she walked with her head high, her shoulders back, her gaze steady, because Ima knew something that Bassie didn't yet understand. She was no longer the helpless girl he had left behind. Their eyes met across the village square. Bassie's confident smile wavered. Ima, my wife. See, I don't come back for you. Ima stopped about 10 feet away from him, her expression unreadable. For a long moment, she said nothing, just studied him like she was seeing a stranger. Bassie, she finally said, her voice calm, measured. You are back. Yes, I've been day Legos, making money, building our future. He gestured at the Land Cruiser, at his clothes, at the bags in the trunk. See, when I bring, now we fit live fine life. You and Arya go come Legos with me. I go rent fine house. Who is she? I'ma cut him off, looking at Cynthia. Bassie hesitated. Cynthia stepped forward, her voice sharp with territorialism. I be Bassie wife, his Legos wife, the proper wife way they manage him. The village collectively gasped. The audacity. Ima's expression didn't change. I see. And the child. Now our Pekin, Bassie said, almost defiantly. Mama, meet your son, Bassie Jr. My son, Ima repeated slowly. I have a son that I don't know about, from a Legos wife that I also don't know about. Ima, you go understand when I explain. Where were you? Ima's voice remained calm, but something cold had entered it. When your daughter had malaria and I had no money for hospital. When your mother made me wash all the compound clothes by hand every morning before I could go to my teaching work. When the village women whispered that you had abandoned us, that I must have done something terrible to make you run away. Where were you, Bassie? I've been day hustle, trying to make money for us. Making money, Ima said, and making a whole new family. Very productive. Cynthia made a dismissive sound. A beg, village woman. You suppose day happy say your husband don succeed. Instead you day form attitude. You think say you be the only woman way fit born for Bassie. In Legos, we don past that kind backward thinking. The village women bristled at that. Mama Canham took a step forward, her palm oil selling hands balled into fists, but Ima raised a hand, stopping her. You are right. Ima said to Cynthia, her voice still eerily calm. In Lagos, you have passed backward thinking. Here in the village, we still believe in things like loyalty, honor, and not abandoning your children. See this one, oh? Cynthia turned to Bassie. Baby, I tell you say we no suppose come this ye village. These people no get sense. They no fit understand big man life. Bassie was sweating now, despite the afternoon heat not being particularly oppressive. Something in Ima's calm was more terrifying than if she'd screamed or cried. Ima, make we go inside talk, he said. No need to do family matter for public. Why not? Ima asked. You left publicly. You abandoned me publicly. Your mother announced my shame publicly. The village discussed my failure publicly. Why should your return be private? Chief Okon stepped forward. Ima talk sense. This not village matter now. Bassie, you leave your wife in Pekin for 3 years. No money, no message, nothing. We all witness am. Now you show up with another woman, another Pekin, expecting everything to be normal. Chief, now modern time we day, oh, man fit get more than one wife. Not if the first wife no agree. Mama Canham shouted. And not if you no take care of the first wife. You think, say, marriage not toy way you fit just throw away and pick up whenever you want. Bassie's parents, who had been conspicuously absent during the initial gathering, now appeared from their compound. Bassie's mother, Mama Bassie, was a large woman who had made Ima's life miserable for 3 years, blaming her for her son's disappearance. His father, Papa Bassie, was quieter but had stood by while his wife tormented Ima. My son. Mama Bassie rushed forward, embracing Bassie dramatically. Chukwu, God has answered my prayers. My son has returned. I know say you no die. I know. You know? Ima's calm finally cracked, and her voice rose slightly. Mama, you told everyone he was dead. You made me participate in memorial prayers. You collected sympathy gifts from the village and kept everything for yourself. You know. Mama Bassie turned to Ima with the same contempt she'd shown for 3 years. You still day here? I think, say, by now shame go dawn carry you comet from my son compound. See as my son come back with fine Lagos babe, and you still day here with your village look, smelling like farm. The words were designed to wound, to remind Ima of her place, to cut her down to size. 3 years ago, they would have worked. 3 years ago, Ima would have looked at her dusty feet, her work-stained wrapper, her calloused hands, and felt shame. But 3 years had taught Ima something more valuable than shame, pride in honest work. Yes, Ima said clearly, I smell like farm, because I have been farming, working, building something while your son was busy building another family. Small farm, Cynthia snorted. Bassie, tell me say you day do small vegetable garden. That one no be achievement, my sister. Udo, Ima's farm supervisor, couldn't stay silent anymore. Small vegetable garden? Madam, you foretell dem. Not now, Udo, Ima said quietly, but Chief Okon was nodding slowly. Actually, Udo, maybe now not good time. The chief turned to address the gathering crowd. Bassie, you done missed many things for this village for the past 3 years. You miss how your wife Ima built herself from nothing to something. You miss how this small vegetable garden become the biggest cassava farm in 3 local government areas. You miss how Ima learned modern farming techniques, how she processed palm oil with new machines, how she employed 15 people from this village. Bassie's confident expression began to falter. You miss. Chief Okon continued, how Ima start women's cooperative that teach other women farming business. How she bring borehole water to this village after she dig well for her own farm. How she send not just your daughter Ariaha to good school, but also sponsor 3 other village children. Cynthia's smirk was fading. Mama Bassie's triumphant expression was freezing on her face. You miss. Chief Okon's voice grew stronger. How this village woman you abandoned by the land you day stand on. How she build new house. How she become the person way government people day come learn from. How she make this village proud. The silence that followed was profound. Bassie found his voice, but it had lost its arrogant edge. You day do all that? Yes, Ima said simply. I do all that because I had no choice. You left me with a baby, no money, and a family that treated me like a servant. I could die or I could survive. I chose to survive. But you be village woman. You know, even finish secondary school proper. And you finished secondary school? Ima's voice had an edge now. Bassie, you drop out from SS2. I finished my education through night classes, while you been day Lagos, doing whatever you been day do. I learned to read properly. I learned to count money. I learned to farm. I learned because I no get choice. She took a step closer to him. You think, say, going to Lagos make you big man? You think, say, gold chain and fancy car mean success? I build real things, Bassie. Things way they feed people. Way they employ people. Way they make life better for this village. When you build? Bassie had no answer. Cynthia, feeling her position threatened, jumped in. He build plenty business. Tell them, baby. Tell them about your import-export company, your car dealership, your... Cynthia, shut up, Bassie said tiredly, and the false accent slipped. His real voice emerged, the village boy's voice, thick with effic accent and defeat. There is no import-export company, he admitted, and the words came out like confession. No car dealership. I day work as driver for one rich Igbo man for Lagos. This car? Naim car. I borrow am. These clothes? I don collect on credit from my friend way get boutique. Even this gold chain's nah fake, nah brass way we day spray with gold color for Ida Motor Market. The crowd gasped. Cynthia's face drained to what little natural color remained beneath her bleaching. You lie to me, she whispered. You tell me say you be big man. Say you get properties, get money. That not why I follow you. You say we day come your mansion for village. My mansion? Bassie laughed bitterly, gesturing at his parents' modest compound. That not the mansion. Mud house with zinc roof. No light, no running water. That not the mansion. Mama Bassie made a sound like a wounded animal. My son, when you day talk, you no get money, but you send us message say you don't become big man for Lagos. I lie, Mama, Bassie said, his shoulders slumping. I been ashamed to come back with nothing. So I day send fake messages, claiming say I day do well. But truth be say, I barely day survive for Lagos. The money I been expect no come. The business I been plan no work out. I been day work as driver, messenger, doing Yahoo small as if anything to make money. Yahoo? Chief Okon's voice was sharp. Internet fraud? I no fit deny am, Bassie said, but that one SEF no work for me. I no get laptop sense. Nah, pure struggle, I day struggle, living in one room for Adjugana with 6 other people. I been miserable. So you can't meet me, tell me say you rich, impregnate me, and bring me to this godforsaken village? Cynthia's voice was rising to a shriek. Bassie, how you fit to me like this? I think say if I come back village with woman in Pekin, he go make me look successful, Bassie said weakly. Like I don't make him for Lagos. I think say I'm a go still be the small village girl I leave behind. Say I fit just take over a small business, use and build myself back up. The admission hung in the air like smoke. You came back, Ima said slowly, not to make amends, not because you love me or our daughter, but because you fail for Lagos, and you think say you fit exploit my success. I tell me true. Ima's voice cut like a blade. When last you think about Arya, your daughter? The Pekin you leave when she been day 3 years old? She day 6 years now. You fit describe her? You know her favorite food? You know say she day top of her class for school? You know say she gets certificate for mathematics competition? You know anything about the Pekin way you leave behind? Bassie's silence was answer enough. I no think say so, Ima said. She turned to Cynthia. And you come here with your bleached skin and your Brazilian weave, calling me village woman, talking about backward thinking. You think, say, city life make you better than us? You think, say, following a lying man make you wise woman? Cynthia opened her mouth to respond, but Ima wasn't finished. I go tell you something, sister to sister. That man way you day call baby, him no be big man. Him be fraud. Him Don use you the same way him plan to use me. And that Pekin way you carry. Ima had noticed what others might have missed. The slight swell of Cynthia's belly beneath her tight dress. You day carry another one? Cynthia's hand moved instinctively to her stomach. How you know? Because I be woman and I see these things. You day pregnant again for a man way just confess, say him no get money, no get house, no get nothing except borrowed car and fake gold chain. You think say that one na achievement. Tears began streaming down Cynthia's bleached face, leaving trails through her heavy makeup. He tell me. He promised me say we go day okay. Say him get plans. Plans, Ima said, and her voice softened slightly. Men like this always get plans. Big plans. Tomorrow plans. Next year plans. But today dem get nothing except excuses and lies. She turned back to Bassie. You want to know when I build while you been day Legos pretending? Make I show you. Ima raised her hand, and Udo came forward with a folder. She opened it, pulling out documents. This na land title for 50 acres of farmland. For my name. This one na certificate of incorporation for Ima Agro Processing Limited. My company. This one na bank statement showing the profits from last quarter harvest. This one na contract with export company Wayday by my cassava for international market. This one na scholarship fund I don create for village children. And this, she pulled out the final document with a flourish, na divorce papers, already signed by my lawyer, waiting for your signature. The village square erupted in noise. Gasps, exclamations, arguments breaking out. Divorce? Mama Bassie shrieked. You no fit divorce my son. Now I marry you. You belong to this family. No, Mama. Ima's voice was steel. I don't belong to anyone. I belong to myself. For 3 years, you make me wash clothes, cook food, clean compound, farm your land, all while telling me say I no good enough for your son. For 3 years, you collect money way I day make for my teaching work, claiming say I day pay back bride price, since your son disappear. You treat me like slave mama, like something way get no value. I been day train you to be proper wife. Mama Bassie protested. I been day teach you. You been day abuse me. I'm a corrected, and I survive am. But now I no need this family. I no need this marriage. I don build something better. Bassie finally found his voice, and it was desperate. Wait, make we talk. I know say I wrong you. I know say I mess up. But we fit work 'em out. That not why I come back. You come back because you fail for Legos and you think say you fit use me. Ima said flatly, if you been succeed for Legos, if you really been getting money in big business, you forever come back? You forever remember say you get wife and daughter. Bassie had no answer because they both knew the truth. I ask you question, Ima continued. When your Pekin been day sick with malaria 3 years ago, who pay hospital bill? When she been need school uniform, who buy when she been day cry for her papa, who wipe her tears and tell her say papa go come back? Me, now me do everything, while you been day Legos making fake promises to another woman. She turned to address the entire village, her voice carrying across the square. Let me tell you something. When Bassie leave me, I been feel like my life done end. I been feel shame, feel like I no good enough. The village been day talk, wouldn't have been day pity me. Some wouldn't have been day laugh behind my back. Several people had the grace to look ashamed. But, you know when I learn? I learned say a woman no need man to complete her. I learned say respect no come from who you marry. It come from who you be and when you do. I learned say the best thing way Bassie do for me not to leave me alone. Because if I'm been day here, he go day try control me. Day tell me say woman no fit do this or woman no fit do that. She looked directly at Bassie. You leave me to die, but I refuse to die. You abandon me to fail, but I refuse to fail. You come back now thinking say you go find the same helpless girl, but that girl done died 3 years ago. The woman standing here, she no need you. She no want you, and she definitely no go share her success with you. Ima, now me be your husband. On paper, yes, Ima agreed, That now why I bring divorce papers. Sign am. Set me free properly. Or better yet, let me do am for you. She pulled out a pen and turned to Chief Okon. Chief, as you be village head, you fit witness this? Chief Okon was nodding slowly, a small smile on his weathered face. 3 years ago, when Bassie leave, I tell Ima say she suppose remarry, say life no end. But she tell me say she go wait, say marriage now sacred thing for our culture. I been admire her faith, but I been pity her foolishness. He looked at Bassie with barely concealed contempt. But now I see say Ima been wise past all of us. She been used that time to build herself, not to depend on man or marriage. Bassie, you done gone for 3 years with no word, no support, no care. For our culture, that one now abandonment. The marriage done already end. Ima just day make 'em official. I no go sign, Bassie said stubbornly. She remain my wife. This not my village. That land she day talk about? Nah family land. She no fit just take am. Actually, Chief Okon said she fit. I'm a no-use family land. She buy land from other villagers way been ready to sell. She pay full price, get all documents properly done. Plus, the house where you think say you go come back to, no be the old compound. That one don fall. I'm a build new house for different location. That one SEF day her name. Papa Bassie finally spoke up, his voice quiet but firm. Bassie, sign paper. Papa. Bassie turned to his father in shock. Sign em. Papa Bassie repeated. I been quiet for too long. Let your mama treat that girl anyhow. I watch em. No talk, because I been think say you go come back. Say everything go work out, but you no come back. 3 years, my son. 3 years we no hear from you. While that girl been day suffer, day work, day build. Now you show up with borrowed car and fake life, expecting her to welcome you back. He shook his head, signed the paper, set her free. Now the least you fit do after all the wickedness. Mama Bassie made a sound of protest, but Papa Bassie turned to her with a look that silenced her. And you, woman, you treat that girl like slave for 3 years, claiming say you day train her. You be the reason our son feel say him fit abandon wife, because him learn from you say woman, nah something way you fit use and throw away. You teach him bad behavior. It was perhaps the longest speech Papa Bassie had given in years, and the village listened in stunned silence. Bassie looked around, at his father's disappointment, his mother's shocked face, the villagers' judgment, Cynthia's betrayed tears, Chief Okon's stern expression, and finally at Ima's calm, resolute face. He had come back expecting to be welcomed as a conquering hero. Instead, he was facing the consequences of 3 years of abandonment and lies. If I sign, he said slowly, what'd I get? Where I go stay. How I go survive. That no be I'm a problem. Chief Okon said firmly. You be grown man. You go figure him out the same way I'ma figure out how to survive after you abandon her. Bassie took the pen with shaking hands. He tried one last time. Adiaha, my daughter? I go fit see her. Ima's expression softened slightly. That one nod between you and her, when she old enough to decide if she want relationship with you. For now, she day school. She day happy. She get everything she need. She no need man way go just confuse her with promises way him no fit keep. Bassie signed the papers, his hand trembling. As he handed them back to Ima, he looked at her with something that might have been respect, or regret, or both. I've been wrong, he said simply. I've been very, very wrong. And you been too good for me from beginning. I know, Ima said. I just wish say you been know 3 years ago. She turned to Cynthia, who was still crying quietly. Sister, I no get beef with you. You be victim of the same man way victimize me. You day carry bell for man way no fit take care of you or your Pekin dem. That no be good situation. Cynthia wiped her eyes, smearing makeup. I no get anywhere to go. I leave my family for Lagos to follow this useless man. You fit stay for village small, Ima said, and the offer surprised everyone, including herself. Work for my farm. I need extra help for processing center. Ego give you chance to save money. Decide when you want to do with your life. But you go work-o. No free things. You go help me? After I disrespect you. I no day help you because you deserve I'ma said. I day help you because you be woman in trouble. And I remember when he be like to day that position. Plus, that Pekin way you carry? Him no do anything wrong. Him deserve chance. The gesture left Cynthia speechless. She could only nod, tears flowing freely now. Bassie watched this exchange with something like wonder. You done change, You done really change. No, Bassie, corrected him gently. I no change. I just finally become who I've been always supposed to be, without you there to make me feel small. She addressed the village one final time. Make this be lesson for all of us. Woman no be property. Marriage no be prison. And the worst thing way fit happen to woman, no be say her husband leave her. The worst thing na say she no know her own worth without him. Chief Okon raised his hand. As village head, I witnessed this divorce. Bassie and Ima no be husband and wife again. I also day declare say from the day, this village go recognize woman's right to own property, to do business, to live without husband if she choose. Ima don show us say woman fit survive, fit prosper, fit lead. Make we no forget The village erupted in discussion, some agreeing, some protesting. But change had been set in motion, and there was no stopping it. As the crowd began to disperse, Mama at Canham approached Ima. You still day sell that palm oil? Ima asked with a small smile. Every day, Mama at Canham replied. But I've been thinking, with your processing center, maybe we fit work together? Your machines fit, help me make better quality oil. Come to my office tomorrow, Ima said. Make we discuss business. As Ima walked back toward her farm, Udo fell into step beside her. Madam, that thing way you do today? He takes strong heart. No be strong heart, Udo, Ima said. Nah, just knowing my worth. The day I stop measuring my value by Bassie presence or absence, that day I become free. Later that evening, in her new house, a modest but comfortable structure with running water, electricity from solar panels, and furniture she had bought with her own money, Ima sat with her daughter Adyaha. The 6-year-old was doing her homework at the dining table, completely unaware of the drama that had unfolded in the village square. Mama, teacher say I get highest score for mathematics test. Adyaha announced proudly. I know, baby. Your teacher tell me. I day very proud of you. Mama, some children for school get Papa way day come pick them. Why my Papa no day come? Ima had been dreading this question, but she had promised herself she would always tell Adyaha the truth in age-appropriate ways. Your Papa day's somewhere else, she said carefully. But, you know weddin'? You get me, you get Auntie Udo, you get Grandma and Grandpa, you get whole village way love you. Family no be just about Papa and Mama. Family nah people way day there for you. Way day support you. Way want make you succeed. Like you, Mama? Yes, baby. Like me. As she tucked Adyaha into bed later that night, Ima looked out the window at the village she had transformed through sheer determination and hard work. In 3 years, she had gone from an abandoned wife to a successful businesswoman, from a source of pity to a source of pride, from powerless to powerful. But the real transformation hadn't been external. It had been internal. The journey from seeing herself through Bassie's eyes to seeing herself through her own eyes. From measuring her worth by his presence to measuring it by her own achievements. From waiting for rescue to becoming her own rescuer. She thought about Bassie, probably sleeping in his parents' overcrowded compound tonight, his lies exposed, his borrowed glory stripped away. She thought about Cynthia, another woman who had believed a man's promises over her own potential. She thought about all the women in the village who had watched her story unfold, and she hoped they had learned what she learned. That the greatest love story is not between a woman and a man, but between a woman and herself. That the greatest rescue is not being saved by someone else, but saving yourself. That the greatest wealth is not money, but dignity, self-respect, and the knowledge that you can survive anything. As she drifted off to sleep, Ima smiled. Tomorrow she would wake up early to check on the farms, meet with potential buyers for next harvest, interview new workers for the processing center, and continue building the empire she had started with nothing but determination and a refusal to be broken. She had transformed abandonment into independence, rejection into resilience, and shame into strength. And that, she thought as sleep claimed her, was the best revenge of all. The moral lesson was clear as the morning sun that would rise over Aikit village. A woman's worth is not determined by the man who chooses her or leaves her, but by the character she builds in his absence. True strength is not found in clinging to broken relationships, but in the courage to rebuild yourself when everything falls apart. Economic independence is not just about money. It is about dignity, choice, and the freedom to define your own life. And sometimes, the greatest gift someone can give you is to leave you alone, forcing you to discover the strength you never knew you had. The community that once pitted the abandoned wife learned to respect the self-made woman, and in doing so, learned that resilience and dignity are worth more than any marriage certificate. Never let someone else's departure define your destination, and never mistake someone's inability to see your worth for a reflection of your actual value.